Welcome to the Redmen TV. Liverpool beat Athletic Bilbao by 3-1 at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Tommy, you mic'd up today?
No.
Brilliant, okay. He's had a couple of weeks away, a week away, and he's forgotten how to do everything. And he's done the thumbnail wrong. It was actually Si, I think. But there we go.
It was definitely Simon.
It was definitely Si. Who was it? It was Si. Thought so. Okay. Anyway, Liverpool dicked Athletic Bilbao 3-1. I'm here for the match reaction. Going to go through some comments as well. Bit of a strange game. I thought first 15 minutes we came out the traps really well. I thought we played really good football. We looked dead fluid up top. Everything seemed to be going okay. 15 minutes in, Bilbao got control of that game, I felt anyway. And, I think it was a little bit of a struggle for us to get back into the game. We never really looked, bad or anything like that, but they definitely wrestled control of that game off of us. Liverpool get the penalty through Roberto Firmino. Nice to see him take it, and I wonder whether, I said this at the time to the lads I was watching it with, that I wonder whether that tells you about what James Milner's role this season is going to be, because I think if James Milner was guaranteed to play every game at left back, then you may as well have James Milner taking the penalty. But if he's a bit more of a squad rotation kind of a guy, or you can see it where some games he's going to play, maybe it's against the bigger sides, but maybe someone like a Moreno or Robertson comes in against your Burnleys and all that, then I wonder whether it's worth getting Firmino some penalties in pressure situations. Now, he's had 3 penalties in pre-season. He's put each one in a different spot, and he scored each one of them, which bodes really well. Never really struck me as the type of player that would be a penalty taker. Seems to thrive in that situation, seems to enjoy the mental battle, loves just scoring goals, I think, doesn't he, as well, putting the ball in the back of the net. But I thought Roberto Firmino all game was fantastic, to be honest. One of the better players first half for Liverpool. Every time he picked the ball up, I've always thought he was a little bit ineffectual on the left-hand side, but against Athletic Club de Bilbao, he was really good. And I think, he was really incisive with his passing. He was always looking to win the ball back high up the pitch, which is what we've come to expect from Roberto Firmino, but playing the likes of Origi, looking for Salah, looking for the overlap as well of Alberto Moreno. And I felt that both halves of this game and throughout pre-season, that's the one area of the team and the one attacking style which I've not really seen, or I've seen a lot of change, and that is just that the attacking fullbacks really are busting a gut to always be there as an overlap, and it's something at times, last season I felt that there were periods of games and periods of the season where we weren't showing that intent, and throughout every single game of pre-season, that's the one thing that I've noticed has continued. We've just got a super chat, so I'm just going to quickly read that. I am back, boys. Anyways, we need a new centre-back. I'm not trusting Lovren. Much love from Norway. Thank you so much, Andre Rochefort. I hope I've pronounced that right. Thanks again for another super chat. I think Dejan Lovren, personally, I think he's okay. He's okay. I think if you want to win a Premier League title, then you need to upgrade on him. I think as a third choice centre-back in this league, he'd be one of the better ones. He's very good when he's told to just defend. It's when he tries to get ideas above his station, I feel that, he starts doing things wrong. And one of the things I'll talk about the goal a little bit now, Andre, and everybody watching, is that when that ball's come in and he sort of hooks it clear, doesn't he, with his right boot, that's when I feel that you're missing out not having a left-footed, left-sided centre-half, because I think a left-footer just naturally deals with that a bit better. He can get a little bit more purchase on the ball, he can knock it out of play, or he can at least get it safe. Whereas I think it's always a bit of a struggle when you're bending around and trying to do something with your wrong foot, as it were, in those situations. And, Inaki Williams then goes and scores a goal, and I don't think Mignolet's really got that much of a chance. And it felt like a typical Liverpool goal to concede for me. I expect typical as in last season anyway, because they didn't really look like scoring, and then all of a sudden we let in a really easy goal again, and it's got to start alarm bells ringing. And I think second half we massively improved our performance level, to be honest. I think the side arguably wasn't as strong as the first half, but when you got players like Ben Woodburn and Anjaria really stepping up and wanting the ball in the centre of the park, you got Mane and Kent really, taking on their men and running at their men, and Dom Solanke just holding the ball up really well and moving into the outside areas of the pitch and getting an assist. Ben Woodburn, great goal. You know, Dom Solanke working down the left-hand side, cuts it back across. Ben Woodburn, great finish. And then, of course, when you've got players of the calibre of Ragnar Klavan whipping balls in from just in front of the area. I mean, what can Athletic Club de Bilbao really do about it? You know, Klavan it's a great ball, isn't it? And Dom Solanke does what he's been doing and sticks it into the net. Seems like a really good option for us this season, and I'm really impressed with him actually. I think he's definitely exceeded my expectations in pre-season. There's nothing yet that he's really done that's made me gone, oh, what type of centre forward is he? But every time I see him, I see a different facet to his game. I see a little area of this game that I didn't realise that he had. And right now, he looks like a really complete, really well-rounded young footballer. And hopefully that continues. And hopefully we get to see a little bit of him this season. I'm going to go into the chats. Is there something I've missed, Tom?
No, I've got a comment here. Joshua Finkelstein, Solanke is such a bargain, which is just what you just said. And then Gerson Alfonso, Flanagan needs to get sold ASAP. I'd rather keep Markovic than keep Flanagan.
Keep Markovic and Flanagan. Wow, there's some strong words. Flanagan, I think he's had a pretty poor pre-season, if I'm honest. I mean, you know, he's a player that I want to see succeed at Liverpool, but everybody's comes into pre-season at a level, don't they? And I think John Flanagan, unfortunately, because of his lack of game time and, you know, his injuries over the last few years, I don't think he's really getting a fair bite of the cherry because he's just so far behind. It's like if Danny Ings were to play right now, I just don't feel that he'd be up to scratch because he's missed so much football, and John Flanagan just hasn't had enough competitive football over the last couple of years. But there are signs there that he's getting back to fitness. The fact that, you know, 87 minutes in, he's still getting on the overlap. The fact that when Dom Solanke scores, he's in the area. You know, he's a right back ultimately, and he's in the area contesting for a goal. And so I saw a little bit more out of Flanagan today than I have done over the last couple of games, but certainly, I do think he's had a bit of a disappointing pre-season so far. Gary Paul says, yes, we need more depth, for fuck's sakes. Joshua Finkelstein says, I think Flanagan needs time. It's a shame he got a serious injury. Retro and Lim, Woodburn and Solanke are plan B. If Woodburn and Solanke are plan B, that's a pretty good plan B for me. I think both of those players played really well today. Ben Woodburn just continues to impress. He's one of those players that seems to have time on the ball a lot of the time, and him and Ken so direct, always running at the manager area, nice touches throughout the game. And yeah, again, I was really impressed with that second half side. Cameron Fraser says, no match sharpness, Flana Warings, use the cups to give them that, and that's it, isn't it? I mean, you know what got me thinking? We were talking about Athletic Bilbao this week, and you know, we've had a few conversations around their policy of only bringing through Basque players and stuff like that, and it got me wondering about it. I mean, they're a clear disadvantage to the other teams in La Liga because their pool of players that they can pick from is tiny because everybody's got the rest of the world essentially nowadays to pick from. Yeah, having people who are from the area and who are from the region who can perform together can make them have been in La Liga since the beginning as one of the founders and never be relegated. And it got me thinking about Scouse lads and what we're missing in this side. And, you know, for all of his, you know, Trent Alexander-Arnold, John Flanagan, Steven Gerrard, I wouldn't class as that actually, Jamie Carragher, these guys, you know, they might not be the best footballers in the world, but they might be the best footballers for Liverpool. And I just don't think you can really count exactly what a Scouse fella playing for Liverpool Football Club, a club that they absolutely love, can do. And I think Bilbao maybe proves that a little bit. And let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, of course.
Arnab Singh says your thoughts on Liverpool's Champions League playoff.
Oh, that's going to be a tough draw, isn't it? But, you know, I think, you know, a lot of Liverpool fans were having a whinge about the draw, and I think it's probably the toughest one there. I don't buy into the fact that Nice was a harder draw. You know, I think Balotelli thing is what it is. I think, you know, you might end up with a firing Balotelli, a fired up Balotelli, sorry. But I think Hoffenheim are a really good side. You know, they've got a young manager, 30 years old, who's doing some different stuff in the Bundesliga. Klopp, I don't think, will have played against him. You know, at times last season, they were playing like a 4-6-0 and very much a different test for anything Liverpool will have come up against. And I know they didn't have too much success with that 4-6-0 when they moved it on a little bit. More like, I think they went to like a 4-4-2 4-1-1, but very different to how we've seen it in England over the years. What I do think is, and here's the crux of it for me, they'll be gutted to get Liverpool because they know that that's an incredibly difficult draw. And I think on paper we are a better side than them. I think we've got better players than them, and I think we can beat them. Of course we can. I wouldn't get too bogged down in that it's the hardest draw that we could have got, because they'll be absolutely gutted that they got Liverpool, and sometimes it's good to flick it. So Luke Savadra, how long before Barca come in for Woodburn? Well, you know, they might have to move on to the second and third targets after we tell them to fuck off on Phil Coutinho, mightn't they? So maybe this summer, maybe when we told them that Phil Coutinho ain't available, they'll be coming in for Ben Woodburn. And you know what? We'll tell them to fuck off once again. So there you go.
Mr. Super Chat.
Oh, did I? Ooh.
So, Tehe Peterson, I guess, says ATT for the first team.
It must be TAA.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's got to be. So Teja Peterson, Trent Alexander-Arnold for the first team. I think he's going to start the season, certainly, as the first choice right back. And again, you know, seeing Milner being moved into midfield today, I said something on one of the million shows I've done this week. And that was, I wonder whether Trent Alexander-Arnold playing at right back and Nathaniel Clyne playing at left back could be our first choice full-backs this season. And, you know, seeing James Milner in at midfield, seeing Firmino take that penalty as well makes me wonder. I wonder whether that's it, because I think Nathaniel Clyne's a better left back than James Milner, and right now I think Trent Alexander-Arnold's offering more going forwards than both of them. So let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, of course. Okay, Jordan Godwin, name 3 players you've been most impressed with this pre-season. Okay, Mo Salah, Dom Solanke, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think there's the 3 players that I've been most impressed with. Thank you very much for the question. I appreciate that. Couldn't watch the game. Was Moreno good today, said the mighty Rads? You know what? He was good again, wasn't he? He was very good, and that's 2 games now on the bounce where he's performed at a really, really high level. And again, going back to what I was saying before, he's always busting a gut to get down that left-hand side. But not only that, defensively, I thought he was okay today. He made a couple of last-ditch challenges when he had to, but yeah, really, really good. Andre, again, I think we need another centre-mid because Lallana getting injured is a huge blow. Funnily enough, Sai, who sat on that couch there just off camera, brought that up, and I think it's something that we all agree with. I think, you know, I'll be honest, I didn't think we needed another centre midfielder, but having one injury and then seeing what we're left with, actually, I think we definitely do, because, you know, I think when you have one injury, you still should be fine. I don't think Liverpool are fine at the moment. So, yeah, I agree with you, Andre, and thanks again for the super chat, mate. Liam Tetley, super chat, £2. Thank you so much, mate. Okay, we've got another one. I'm getting impatient. Can we sign Van Dijk already, says Colin Cypher. Mate, I think we're all a little bit impatient here, aren't they? I think everybody wants us to sign Virgil van Dijk. Mad that I saw like an Express article. Aubrey shared an article with us in our Redmen TV WhatsApp. That like Graham Kelly's getting shouted out as like in the title of this Van Dijk thing for something he said on a podcast and stuff, which if you don't follow Graham Kelly on Twitter, then do. He's a really good follow. He's a friend of the show. He's been on this show many times. Tom Doyle, Solanke will make his mark in the Premier League when he gets chances. Agreed. Daniel Rampassard. Chris, what do you think about starting Moreno against Watford at left back, Arnold at right back, and Milner to partner Henderson? I wouldn't have a problem with Arnold and Moreno starting as it stands, because I think out of the two of Moreno and Robertson, just based on the performances this pre-season, I think Moreno's been slightly better. Now, I do have a little bit of a hangover in that I do remember Alberto Moreno's performances for us, but on his last couple of performances, he's been really good. Robertson hasn't been as good, but he's not done anything wrong either. You know, again, busting a gut to get forwards, whips in a good ball, always looking for that overlap. Him and Mane seem to have a little bit of understanding second half in that game. The one thing I wouldn't want to see is Milner to partner Henderson, and I think that most of the time during pre-season, there's been times when 2 people have dropped into midfield and we've played one as a 10 and we've slipped into that 4-2-3-1, but most of the time it's been 4-3-3, and I think that defensive midfielder's task going sideline to sideline. Now, I don't see Jordan Henderson as one of the number 8 roles, as it were. I do see him very much as the number 6 role, and I don't see James Milner being able to do one of those number 8 roles either. I think it'd be much better to see maybe Chan push forwards with Henderson or Gini Wijnaldum, who can obviously both do the 6 as well. Tom's laughing, so he's got something decent for me, I think.
No, he got turned out.
Okay, someone got timed out. That's why Tom's laughing. Nicholas O'Rourke said hashtag Payjack Machin sex tape. Never has been one, never will be one. Just for the record, it's Payjack P-A-J-A-K, not P-A-J-A-C-K. It does annoy me. I now know that the comment section is going to be filled with Payjacks with a C. Craig Prendergast. Hey, Craig, I'll see you to Monday, 10:30. You're in, aren't you? Come back and see us, Craig. Mignolet, Klein, Virgil van Dijk, Matip, Trent Alexander-Arnold as first choice defensive line. If you switch TAA and Klein, I'd maybe agree with you. What I mean is Trent on the right and Klein on the left. But yeah, I agree with you, Craig. Those 5 players. Yeah, first one with Payjack with a C. Thank you very much, Arvind Sundar. Derek Shara, a few too many shots and anything can happen. I think I've walked in on a conversation there that I don't know the beginning of. That Jake, I think Moreno could move to a different club and play really well at left midfield or left wing. It's disappointing that we can't fit him into one of those positions. I don't get the left wing thing. I think I was talking to Aaron from Outer City Cop on, I think it was the Final Word show on the redmentv.com, and I think that, look, I get that he could do that, but see, people seem to always want to push fullbacks because they're attacking into the wingers. Are you honestly saying you'd rather Moreno at left wing than Mane? Because that's what the choice is. You know what I mean? And then if you say, like, back in the, you know, it's just, no, it's not happening. Like, would you rather see Trent Alexander-Arnold at right wing than Salah? No, stop talking about it. I just don't get it. And it's a personal thing, like, it just baffles me. Like, I get it that they're attacking and, you know, they're not very good defenders, but when you compare them to wingers, they're not on the same level. Like,
Keane, Joe Gomez is so comfortable on the ball. I would have him over Lovren at centre back.
Who was that? Sorry,
Ronan Keane.
Ronan. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. He's very comfortable on the ball, but you know, even tonight he got caught, and you know, we ended up nearly conceding because of him overplaying it at the back. But you look at that, you remember that one he did in the right back position where he just turned his man and set off down the wing and stuff, and you wonder, this he's going to be a player. He's going to be an absolute player. For this season, right now, I still think Lovren's a better centre-back than him. That's my opinion. You're obviously entitled to yours, Ronan. Okay, Gavin Crawley. Hi, Gavin, one of our subscribers. Chris, it does my head in that people say we've only signed 2 players plus Solanke. If we'd bought a name that had played as well as he has, we'd be made up. I think the Andy Kelly from the Echo was 1 player plus Solanke, Gavin, wasn't it? So it's 2 players. We've only signed Salah plus Solanke, haven't we? Oh, fuck, yeah. Sorry, apologies, Robertson, yeah. Yeah, I don't get that. I agree with you, mate. It's a little bit nuts that we've signed 3 players. That's that, like, Solanke's looking really good. Of all the centre-forwards, he's the one that seems to be most on form from pre-season. And again, it's pre-season, yada, yada, yada. Rajveer N1. 5 strikers, centre-forwards. Who would you keep, sell, loan? Sturridge, keep. Ings, keep. Solanke, keep. Firmino, keep. Origi, keep. There you go. That was nice and easy. Chris, will you be going to Germany for the UEFA Champions League qualifiers at JT Gaming? I'd love to. Depends whether we can get tickets. We're in the same boat as everybody else there, unfortunately. Neil Amos says you have some big pins, lad, and then laughs. Yeah, I know. It's pre-season. It's the last time you'll see the pins. We go back into the jeans for the season, just like Klopp won't be wearing shorts as well. Do you know what I mean? We take it serious here at Redmen TV. Shorts for pre-season, jeans for the season.
Manny Loy.
Go ahead.
Chris, should we really persist with Origi? Can you see him scoring 25 plus goals that'll win a title at any point?
No, not now. Not right now. But I think, you know, I'm talking to Si because he said that. I don't think he can... Look, right now he's not at the level where he's going to score 25 goals, but he could get 15 this season. He got close enough to 10, I think it was, last season. That, you know, it's not that much of a step up. And I think when you Look, he's got talent, hasn't he? I think he's got some mad skills. Like I still don't think the sort of formation really suits him. I think he's definitely better as a two up top, and I think if he was to go and play for a side with two up top, I think he would get maybe 15 goals a season. But it's how he's got to adapt to this Liverpool. And that's the thing, isn't it? And Klopp's got to mould him into the type of centre forward that he wants. And it seems like Water have ducks back for Solanke. It's been a little bit more difficult. I think there's been a lot more teething problems for Divock Origi. But there we go. Louis Kelly, who do you think we will sign next? I'm gonna go Oxlade-Chamberlain and then Virgil van Dijk, and there are two extras. I like Flano, but he's the third best right back behind Trent and Klein. The same goes for Origi. Solanke and Firmino is ahead of him. Oh, Klopp sees that again, Andre. Yeah, I think you're right. I think obviously Randall's gone out on loan to Hearts of the Midlothian or something like that. Hearts maybe. So yeah, I think he's definitely the third choice right back. Origi, I agree. Origi's definitely behind Solanke and Firmino, but I also think Sturridge is in there, Andre. But thanks again. Don't know why I whistled. Never done that before. Man like Ben says, I personally can't see us signing anyone else. Oh, come on. Have a little hope. Have a little bit of a hope. Okay. Liam Tetley, do you think Kent is going to be sent on loan, Chris? I'd hope not. You know, I always thought that he would be sent on loan, but I can't. Like, he's really excited me. I think today, if you take the red tinted glasses off, his end product wasn't there today. I think, you know, he was very exciting, but he made some wrong decisions fairly often. I think, you know, he gets into the penalty area, he cuts back, and I wonder whether it's because he's so both-footed that he's got a choice of which foot to hit it with. I think if you're a right-footed guy and you're running in on the area, you hit that right-footed, but he cuts in, he's comfortable trying to take the shot on his left foot, cuts inside, then there's like three athletic defenders there in front of him, and then he overplays it a little bit, and there was a few times where he overplayed it, or he was playing step-overs in areas of the pitch that, you know, you shouldn't have, or, you know, there was an easy pass on and stuff. But I have been mightily impressed with Ryan Kent, and maybe I would like to see him stick around this season, because I do think we're light in those wing positions. I really do. Like, I think, you know, let's talk about it this way. Lallana's injured now, which means, for me, Coutinho's got to go into the centre midfield, which leaves Salah and Mane as the two first-choice wingers. You know, I think you need somebody else who can do that. I really do. So, yeah, that's interesting. Anyone got a comment for me?
DeVille, I just arrived to the live show, sorry. How about Clavan's assist? Brilliant.
Oh, mate, absolutely brilliant. I give him some bifters early on in the video. Yeah, mate, it was like, nah, you're not going to do that, are you? And he just picked him out, and then it just went in, and it was amazing. Clavan, amazing. I'm going to do the player ratings in about 5 minutes after this. We're going to switch the stream off. We're going to go straight into the player ratings at the board and stuff, so stick around anyway. Adam Gaming 123. Who would you pick? Coutinho, Mane or Salah? In what context, Adam? Because, you know, there's many different contexts, and we get asked loads of these types of questions. But my most influential player for Liverpool, if that's what it is, would be Mane right now. So there you go. Did Kiravea go on loan? I think he did, didn't he? He did, didn't he? He did. He defo did. If someone can research that for me, that'd be great. The comment section will probably just do it for me. Peter Walker, the trolls are back making you money. Oh, we should put that clip out, shouldn't we? I'm not going to do it again. It was a one-time thing, but thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate the fact that you're supporting the Liverpool fan channel. It's amazing.
You went on loan to Willem too.
Willem too. That was it, because Sammy Hippier, that's where we bought Sammy Hippier from. Peter Reeve, no more loans, too many competitions this season. Agreed, Peter, agreed. Stizer, we love trolls. Jamie Bennett, a couple of seasons ago, Flanagan was a rising star. Love him, want to see him do well. Yeah, brilliant, boss mate. Dion Davis, Isco won't join a small club. What are you on? Go away. Do one. You're a bad meth. You're a divvy, in fact. Sick Cannon, make the Redmen money. Do you think the Neymar deal will spark another few big transfers, says Protify Hizo? Yes, most certainly. Man like Ben, in hindsight, do you think letting Lucas go was a mistake? Obviously, we didn't know Ads was going to get injured. Let's not call him Ads with a Z, mate. Come on. Man like Ben, have a word with yourself. Give your head a little bit of a wobble. Give it a shake. Ads, come on, man like Ben. You're better than that. You're better than that, mate. No, I don't, because I think Lucas wanted to go, honestly, and I don't think we could keep him at the club any longer. Do you even think we'll get Van Dijk this summer, says Nathan Thompson? Yes, I do. Jonathan Side, that you more confident about depth after Trent, Grujic, Woodburn, Solanke all having good pre-seasons? Most certainly, you know. Absolutely agree with everything there. I think some of the young players have really stepped up, but we saw that last pre-season as well, didn't we? We did see the young lads really step up and them not given loads of opportunities throughout the season. So I think it's a good chance for Klopp to run his rule over these young players and see who's ready for it. And he'll know in his head who's ready to enter into a Premier League game. Different set of pressures and stresses and stuff. But hopefully we do see a few of them anyway. Robertson or Moreno, Chris, Ben Houghton, look, I've seen Moreno for too long. Robertson. Matt Hantu, top 4 prediction this season, will be in it. Alex, just could give Woodburn a new number, honestly. Yeah, it's a bit high, isn't it? Chris Nudes, you've got that all wrong, says Europe's best goals and games. It's Payjack Nudes if you're asking for it. And they will be released this week. Oh yes, the Payjack Nudes. It's coming off, mate. It's all coming out on show. This week, a news show. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it properly, I swear down. I'm actually going to do it. I've planned how I'm going to do it. I've got a little jiggle and a little dance and everything. Paints me in a good light, you know what I mean? It's coming, baby. It's coming. Red, Chan better than Henderson. I disagree. But look, there's loads of Liverpool fans that do think Chan's better than Henderson. And I think Chan's a really good footballer. I think Henderson's a really good footballer as well. Rajveer N1 about the Hoffenheim draw. Happy with it, to be honest. The better the team is, the better for us. We're much better against good teams. Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely.
Payjack Nudes merch is a must.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Who was that?
Arcade Productions.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't think anyone would actually buy it. Give us a like and let us know if you'd buy Payjack Nudes merch. Life, Andre Jensen, Payjack Nudes are worth more than Neymar. Safe, Asher, are you worried about Coutinho leaving at all? No, I really aren't. I'm not. Peter Reeve, one thought on the AFC Liverpool game. So, if you don't know, Liverpool, AFC Liverpool are now sponsored by the Redmen TV. Yes, we've got our name plastered across the front of that. They were on the BBC today, online, playing the very first round of the FA Cup against Litherland. They lost, unfortunately, by 2-0. It's too late for us to pull the sponsorship. We can't get our money back. I'm kidding, we don't want to get our money back. We're dead proud to support AFC Liverpool, you know, a non-league footballing side that we can support and hopefully help and give a little bit of exposure to along the season as well. Kits will be available if anyone wants to buy them on the Redmen TV shop next week and stuff. The kit is absolutely gorgeous. But the team, you know what, the team, the only player who started today against Litherland, who played last season for them, was the goalkeeper. So it's been all changed. They've only been together 4 weeks. There's I can see that they've got a good talented group of footballers, but they maybe haven't played enough together. I think that's be the one thing. They looked a little bit impotent to me up top, like, but you know what, I think they'll be a really good football side, and hopefully they'll be able to get out of that division. Andre Vossel again. Andre, Moreno, Matip, Van Dijk, Klein, Hendo, Coutinho, Gini, Mane, Firmino, Salah. My starting 11 versus Watford. Okay, I would go. Klein's injured, so I don't think you can do that, Andre. I think I'd beat Trent and then take your pick, Milner or Moreno. Henderson, Coutinho, Gini. Yeah, I'd go with that. Mane, Firmino, Salah. Yeah, I'd go with that. I agree with all that. Tony Doyle says, public Payjack penis panorama phenomenon. Go ahead. Gary Knox, your midfield for this season, and why? Personally, don't think Chan and Henderson are our best option, but they're both class players. I would say that my favourite midfield is Jordan Henderson, Adam Lallana, Phil Coutinho. Balls out all the time, if I'm perfectly honest with you. David De Plough, will we be top of the top 6 table again? Yes. Actually, I think that's really interesting. What we need to do is we need to improve, David, against other teams, don't we? I think every Liverpool fan knows that. I think we will do well against the top 6. I think this team is built for counter-attack and football. It might make a good fist of the Champions League because of it as well. But I also think that we've got a little bit more than last season, so we can see off some of the smaller sides, as it were. Okay, there you go. Hi Chris, I'm a footballer playing the Conference South and Henderson is a class act, said Elliot Roberts. There I fully agree with you, Elliot. Who do you play for, mate? Let us know in the comments section below. Anrud Takar, Chris, do you think Woodburn can take Lallana's place in the starting 11 against Watford? Consider also that we have a UEFA Champions League tie 3 days later. First of all, thank you for the super chat, mate. Secondly, wow. You know what? The Champions League qualifier only a few days later makes a difference to that, doesn't it? I think the safe option would be to go maybe Henderson, Wijnaldum, Coutinho for this game. And then if you need to swap one of those players out, maybe look to bring Chan in. I wouldn't want to bring Woodburn in a Champions League qualifier. Watford are a very physical side, a side that we've had struggles against over the last couple of years. I don't really fancy seeing Ben Woodburn in that first game of the season. So I think I think if I was the manager, which I'm not, for reasons I'm not that great, I would be going for experience in these games, because I think sometimes it's just about getting those points on the board, especially early on. You need a good start, and that's not to say that Ben Woodburn wouldn't provide us with a good start and road, but if my job was on the line, I would be going with experience. I think a lot of managers do that, don't they? West Beast MVP. This cunt answered Andre 3 times and won't reply to any of my 50 comments from a Scouser. Fuck you, Chris. Just joking, but still, fuck you. Bye. I hope you saw me read your comments out and you don't feel as bad anymore. Soberboy 13, Chris, you're boring. I'm out of here. Later. Daniel Ramsar, Chris, do you think Bobby should be on number 1 second? Yes. Northwest Rambler 89. What's the latest on the website? It should be 24 hours, apologies. We are putting a new website in, so we are completely redoing the redmentv.com. So you should be getting an email over the next few hours and stuff. But what I'll do is I'll go into our Facebook group and I'll put a little video in there after this. Andre again, thank you. Just saying, I'm never going to give a super chat to Paul. You are the real Redmen. And then that cool little emoji with sunglasses that looks more like Paul than me. Thank you. Adam Moggy, Chris, my dad's Jürgen. Are you sure? Joe Humphreys, prefer the Everton version of the Redmen TV. Sound, Joe. Nice one. They are good. I like Toffee TV. Good fellas, good lads. They're not as good as us, like, absolutely not. But, you know, each to your own, and some people are wrong a lot of the time, and Joe, that might be just you. Sid, Cannon, where's the calendar, Tom? Tom, where's the calendar, lid?
We need to take the pictures.
We need to take the pictures, apparently. Ben Houghton, when do you think Trent will become first choice? Whoa, 10th of November 2017. Aaron Sunday, we should buy Sterling again. Nah, he's a snake. Nicholas O'Rourke, Chris, do you think that Woodburn should get a game against Watford? I've answered this question, no, I don't. Michael Byrne, Chris, would you rather win the Premier League or the Champions League? Premier League. Man like Ben, Ped or Baz are literally Tesco value, Paul and Chris. What a way to end the show. Like, thank you to everybody who's got involved. Thank you to everybody who's super chat. Thank you to everybody who's commented. All of you, now, leave a like for us. It does help us out. We get more views because of it. Something to do with algorithm. If you just want to give a comment that says algorithm comment and a little like, which, as you say, press the button and go algorithm like. If you want to know when these live shows are, there's a little notification bell underneath the video. Click on the notifications, and then you get notifications through to your phones or your desktops or whatever it is, and you'll know when we're going to go live and stuff, so you don't miss the start of it. So anyone who's missed the start, who does like these live shows, click on that little notification bell. You have to be subscribed as well. Be subscribed, notification bell, you're sorted. Anyway, that's been the match reaction to Athletic Bilbao 1, Liverpool 3. Check us out on the play ratings in about 5 minutes time.